Well, we're getting more images of the storm's impact on Lower Jefferson Parish, especially hard-hit Grand Isle.
Today, Tan Trung traveled by boat to give us another perspective on the widespread damage.
Our journey to Grand Isle to see the devastation by Hurricane Ida starts here in Lafitte. And this is what's greeting us here at the start of the trip.
Leaving Lower Lafitte, we see what's left in the wake of Ida. Next, we travel through Bayou Barataria. Roughly 50 minutes later, we approach Grand Isle. It's part of Jefferson Parish Councilman Ricky Template's district.
Pretty bad shape. You and I came through Lafitte to get here. I will tell you, it's emotional. It's devastation. It's sadness for the people within this community.
Then we hit the ground. Some camps, which were built under stricter building codes, held up remarkably well against the Category 4 hurricane. Others have been shredded to a shell of their old self.
It's estimated that every building on this island suffered some level of damage. 40% of the structures here were wiped clean, and the remaining 40% have to be demolished.
The superintendent of JP Public Schools traveled here to inspect Grand Isle's lone school. He's been assessing school damages in other parts of the parish. So far, there's not much that makes him confident about reopening schools anytime soon.
It's going to be tough to develop a timeline with so many variables to account for. I think our primary focus is to make sure that we get people back in safely and not rush them back in, but then at the same time, too, giving them an opportunity to assess their own personal damage.
The damage seems to worsen as we ride toward the western end of the island. The storm surge blew out patches of the so-called burrito level.
You can see how much sand was on the roadway here.
Shoving sand and water into homes, businesses, and camps, including lawn disorder. David Russo and Denise Alamond are the owners.
It was very emotional coming on the island. I've never seen it this way, and I've been close here my whole life. I grew up in La Rose, about 35 miles up the road. So we always came as children, and I'd never seen anything that looked like this.
We were here for Katrina, and Katrina was bad, but it wasn't this bad. This was really hit harder than we expected.
Despite all the devastation, they're already plotting out their future.
On Sunday, when we realized that we were pretty much going to have a direct hit, we had to have some really hard conversations.
Yeah.
But we knew we were coming back. We did.
Oh yeah, we were coming back, and we're gonna build back strong.
Before Ida, about 1,000 people lived here. And while this couple is planning to rebuild, they wonder how many of their neighbors will do the same. In Grand Isle, Tan Trung, Eyewitness News.